Another scrapyard day today. It's actually really nice out. You know, it's still below freezing, but you know, I heard lots of birds chirping this morning, and I can tell spring is almost here. A little bit of scrap here. 4 furnaces, bunch of loose tin, and a hot water tank. Except there's a little bit of copper on the top I forgot to take off, so I'm going to try and whack that off with a hammer or something. Probably not a hammer because I don't have one, but maybe my foot should be able to just, you know, kick off those 2 little copper pipes there. So got a little bit of running around to do today, picking up more scrap. There's a washing machine at my drop-off bin, and I forgot there was something else. Maybe that was it. Anyways, let's get this unloaded. That's what I made at the scrapyard. It's just 50 bucks. It's all right. Give me 150 metric ton, 740 pounds. Not bad. All right, let's go see what's at the drop-off bin. Looks like a lot of stuff. There's my haul from the shop. An air conditioner, furnace, hot water tank, and there's a ACR rad there too. It's good, really good. All right, what do we got here? Box of phones, Christmas lights. Looks like kind of rope light. Portable reader, Sony. It's all probably broken. I have a nice phone base. Can't really see much else down there, but I think it's just Christmas lights, maybe a few other things. If I see anything interesting at the house, I'll turn the camera back on. Cat litter box number 2. More stuff. Oh. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'll go through these boxes at home a little bit more. That's steel there. Oh. And then more Christmas lights. There's a printer. This is bed frame rails. And I got a LG washing machine. Alright, let's go get loaded up. Back home now, guys. Let's take a look at these boxes. They look pretty interesting. So we got a whole bunch of Christmas lights today from the bin. I keep those separate. You know, I'm just kind of making a big pile of them. This is a heavy nightlight outdoor transformer. Moon rays. I think that's just scrap. Just cut off the cords and you can crack this open. There's a transformer inside. What else we got here? We have some, that is, I think that's roof, well, I don't know. It's insulated wire. You can see it there. You can see some copper in there. So they would take that as number 2 insulated copper. That looks like it's maybe TV wire or speaker wire, or I don't know. Anyways, that's good. So a little hefty bunch. Got a paper shredder. Cut off the cord on that. What do we got here? Broken little toy helicopter. That's garbage. And when I mean garbage, I usually just throw stuff like that with e-waste or shred. Hair dryer. Just gonna cut the cord off that. That looks like a little bit of copper. Maybe that's just tin. I don't have a magnet here, but that could be copper or brass. Let's see. This looks like an old camera flash. Looks pretty neat. I wouldn't try and... I mean, I'll look this up just to see on eBay, see if it's worth anything, but in my experience, these old flashes aren't really worth reselling or going after. I do see a little camera lens here. So it's Vivitar. Again, I'll do the same thing as the lens. I'll just look it up real quick, see if it's worth something. Well, that's actually a pretty heavy little tripod. See if I see a brand name on it. I can't quite make out the brand name, but it's all pretty heavy steel. It's actually pretty nice. Looks like it's still in good shape. You can screw your camera on there. And wow, yeah, look at that. That's nice. Either that would be a good flea market item or a keeper. You know, may just keep it. Part of a treadmill. It's like a European plug part. Oh, that's actually for the lens. That's actually for the camera lens. I can tell by the plug there. So it goes right in there. And then you got you can get an adapter for North America. Cool. What do we got here? Texas. What is that? So that's 1982. Texas Instruments home computer command module. So that's like what is that, Atari? Looks like Atari. I can't tell. Anyways, Alien Edition. There's another one here. I see it. Parsec. 1982. Cool. Well, that's promising when you see stuff like that in the box. Maybe find more neat stuff. Just a little light. That's shred. Oh, throwing a shred. That's kind of nice, except it's really rusted. But little plate. Maybe someone would use that for bird seed outside, or maybe even water. Not water would rust, but you know, a little ornamental piece. What else is down there? Don't see much else down there right now. Just a pair of headphones, and it's actually probably a good working doorknob, and toilet paper holder, and just some other hardware stuff down there. Every time I hear that rooster crow, it reminds me of that like old western, when you hear it goes, "Dilly-lee," and you go, "Wah, wah, wah." Wah, wah, wah. Okay. We got a quorum security monitor. It's got a lock on it. Probably just to arm it or disarm it. Yeah, it could be worth looking up. See if it's worth reselling. Alright, this one has a phone in it. And here's some rope lights. Oh, my roosters are very noisy today. I actually have a lot of roosters. I need to thin them out. So here we have a solar powered rope light of sorts. I thought this would maybe hook onto I thought that would hook onto there, but it doesn't look like it does. It looks like it's just solar powered. My roosters are going crazy. More lights. There's another transformer for that. There's that breeder that I saw. That's just going to be garbage. So. And we have a whole bunch of tokens here at the bottom. looks like I found a whole bunch of arcade tokens here, or maybe even for a Subway. Let's see here what they are. Family Fun Center, Midway. I think that Midway's closed now, actually. It's turned into something else. So these are just scrap, probably zinc die cast. It's a Famous Players. Probably for the they have arcades at the movie theaters. Anyways, so yeah, those are kind of just garbage. I don't really go to the Midway or anything. We have a pass to go somewhere, you know, we use it every now and then, but for the kids. But yeah, that's just going to be scrap. These are, throw that in with zinc die cast. Heavy pieces of steel here. What else is down there? That, bet you anything, that's stainless steel. You can hear it. I don't have a magnet with me right now, but I bet you that's stainless. Mastercraft old saw, it's broken. Saw clock. Steel. And down in here we just have more hardware type stuff. Piece of zinc or aluminum, cast aluminum. That's it. Nothing else down there. Yeah. Anyways, so out of all this, got a couple neat things. I can't find the telephone that goes with this though. That's too bad. I could always just try and sell this by itself. You just plug it in, see if you're getting a voltage reading there where it charges up the phone battery, and you know, there's no display on it or anything, but yeah, who knows? I've seen people, a lot of people on eBay are selling phone parts. And as for these two games, if they are Atari or something else, I can't tell what they are from, but more than likely they're not worth very much. Now I have a big box of miscellaneous video game stuff down in the basement. I have just like AC adapters, you know, little odds and ends from all types of video game consoles. I'll throw that in there after I look it up, of course, after I do some research. And then, you know, just to sweeten that lot up a little bit, because there are lots of people out there that are collecting video games and repairing consoles and stuff that would want a large lot of accessories. That's what they are. So there we go. So that's what I'll do with that. The rest of my stuff here, I think I'll just go through it a little bit, because I have two options. I can throw all this stuff into the driveway and then have to pick it back up again later, put it back into the truck, because I want to get to I bought some things on an online auction, and I'm going to want to go tomorrow to pick it all up, tomorrow being Saturday, and the scrapyard is open tomorrow, so may as well just do another scrap run tomorrow after I take apart that air conditioner and a couple things off the hot water tank. Yep, kind of neat stuff. All right, guys, catch you in the next clip. One other thing here that was dropped off at the bin, some pendant lights. I'll take it out here. Really nice vintage lights. That's pretty cool. Definitely people are always looking for new lighting ideas, new retro modern kind of lights. So these old vintage lights people would like to have something unique in their house. So some hanging pendant lights, comes with all the chain and wire. So probably something like that. What I would do, try see if it cleans up nice. There might be some rust here and stuff, but you can you can sell stuff like that on eBay, and it can be profitable for you. It's just a difficult package because of this glass, so you have to worry about that a little bit. But I've never, it's been a long time since I've ever had anything break in the mail, because I really overdo it with my packaging. Other than that, you can try and sell at the flea market, but it may be a tough sell. Saturday morning, and I dropped off all that scrap at the scrap yard first before I headed out here. I'm off to pick up a couple things at an auction. It was an online auction, and I bought 3 things. I wasn't there at the end of the auction, so there's a whole bunch of stuff I bid up on, but I got outbidded for that stuff. But I did manage to secure 3 items that I wanted, and it's just some shelving and a work desk, or like a bench, workbench, just some plywood and 2x4s all screwed together. But it looks pretty good, so I'll pick that up, and I want to put that in my basement for a workbench in my basement, so I can tinker around even during the cold weather. I dropped off all my scrap at the scrap yard before I headed out here, and I just made it in time before they closed. They were closing, I think I got there at 11:45, and they close at noon, and so I just made it in nick of time. So it's a good thing, because now my truck is empty. I needed that to otherwise I probably would have had to drive into the city to drop off all my scrap first before I headed out here. All right, this is what I brought home today. I paid about 46 bucks after taxes and everything. I paid 46 bucks for all this, and it is just there's 2 shelving units in here. One of them is about 2 of these side by side. So I guess there's like, well, how many stands are there? Yeah, so there's 1, 2, 3 stands. So there would be another stand that goes on this one that connects to that. So you have like one really big long one, and there's another freestanding one that is 3-sided. So this is kind of just so this is the typical kind of commercial shelving that you would see in like I guess like a dollar store or some sort of thrift shop. You know, you have all these brackets that will clip onto the sides here, and you can put a shelf on there. So it's actually pretty tall. It's almost, I'd say it's like almost 6 feet tall, maybe a little bit shorter. And yeah, so I'm thinking of putting at least one of these units in my basement, maybe 2. Maybe this big long one will go in my basement for more shelving. And then I also bought this. It's just your basic plywood and 2x4 workbench, and I want to put that in the basement as well to have a nice little bench to do some more repairs and stuff. There we have it, the new workbench. It's taken me a couple hours to do all this. I've moved around quite a bit of stuff. I put one piece of pegboard there and another one right there. Going to hang up some tools, and I can't talk. I'm going to put a little bench vise on this thing. Yeah, so I could just do tinkering around in the winter time. It'd be nice to do stuff down here. Yeah, just all sorts of stuff, you know. Got my chainsaw that I need to work on, stuff like that. But big stuff, I'm going to be keeping a workbench outside under my carport for the big stuff, taking stuff apart, and little stuff down here. It's just nice to have the option. I need another desk to work on, so I had 2 shelving units here, and I moved them over here, and I moved those 2 shelving units right here. Just gonna put my bubble wrap on top of them for now, and some boxes, my old taxes, and some other junk. Yeah, so things are looking good. I like this setup right now. Well, the other thing that I did, I put a power bar. I had this power bar out in my shed. I took it off and brought it down here. So I screwed it onto the wall, and this table is screwed on. This light here is pretty dinky. I'm gonna that's just temporary. I'm gonna get a better light eventually. And one other thing I want to do is I want to put a shelf right here, and then I'm going to have a TV up here. Yeah, pretty sure I'm going to have a TV up here. I think that's what I want to do, just for testing out DVD players, VCRs, and other stuff like that. There we go, guys. Look at it. It's giant. Finished putting up this shelving just today. I started it last night, finished it this morning. Pretty big, and it takes up the rest of my space, so I don't have any more room for shelving. Remember, I had two of these. I had these two skinny pieces, these two skinny shelving just in the middle, so I doubled them up together like this and bolted it to the ceiling so it's not going to go anywhere. I'm going to keep that there for just more shelving for stuff. And then I have this big monster here in the middle of the room. I'm just letting all the snow and ice melt off of it for now, and then I'm going to wipe it all down, clean it up. And I put it all the way up to the end here, just in line with this post that I had. And so same with the shelves. I put the shelves in line with those two, and then the rest is kind of staggered. And they're a bit smaller, these ones. So yeah, not bad. Money well spent. I think 48 bucks or so. It was under 50. And actually outside I have, hit the light. Outside I actually have another stanchion. I could even go further out, but I like these shelves here. And also I have another one where I could actually put shelving on the end and go that way, but I don't want that. I want to have a little bit of space to go through here, so I'm just going to leave it like this. So I actually have a whole bunch of other shelving that came with this that I'm not going to use. I probably won't ever use it, because it's incomplete, so I'll just scrap it. So really, I'm going to make a little bit of money on the scrap, so probably in the end I only spend about 40 bucks on this. Not bad. Yeah, it's pretty dirty, so I gotta wipe it all down, but I'm gonna let all the snow drip off it first. I got a whole bunch of it. That's really nice. I like that.